Hey, what up? This is Solo Traveler ORD. Thanks again for checking out another one of my videos. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell while you are here, and I appreciate the support. I'm back with another video reaction. I have another woman from the Philippines has actually inserted herself in the conversation in reference to the passport bro movement and blue book gentleman, whatever you might want to call yourself. She's out here supporting all of us right now. So her name is Ms. Jazz. Well, I think Ms. Jazz 89 on TikTok. And basically she is answering or responding to a lot of questions that a lot of people or haters have for her in reference to the whole movement that is going on. So without further ado, let's jump into this to see exactly what she is talking about.
People be like, these American guys are going across the country to find Filipina slaves. Girl, you're just not doing your job.
Exactly. Well, first off, I'm gonna stop it right here because of the fact that I hate when they use that word. You know, they always try to say we're looking for a slave, but then no one talks about the fact that whenever women put men on child support, that's 18 years of slavery. That's what that is. No one talks about that. No one talks about paying alimony. That's slavery in itself. So it's funny how they would talk about, you know, because of a woman that want to be traditional, or men going to other countries looking for women that are traditional, they're looking for slaves. Come on, that gets kind of tiring to hear that.
You're just not doing your job properly. That's why they look for us, because we do it good.
Exactly, and that's facts. That is facts. The fact of the matter is that they are doing the regular traditional jobs of women that we've been looking for a long time. You know, and that's what it is, and they're upset about that, which doesn't make any sense. And it's kind of funny because I think I said it in another video, is that a lot of these women that are taking your men from the United States, a lot of these women that they so-called say they cannot speak English. Well, look at this. They're stealing the men from the United States if they supposedly cannot speak English, supposedly. You know, I'm just throwing quotations out there because we know a lot of these foreign women speak English. So I find that kind of funny that because of the fact that you can speak English, but you can't keep the man, there's a problem. So let's step into the next video.
Since they're broke, please find rich. Well, that's okay. We don't have to find a rich guy. We just...
And I find that funny how they always say that. You know, they're always talking about, so let's find a rich guy. Let's find a rich guy. But then it's funny because a lot of times whenever these women, if you talk about these women, when you start telling them, well, you guys are gold diggers, you guys are always looking for men with money, they're quick to say, no. We're not looking for a man with money. But then when you tell them about the 3 6s, the man that makes 6 figures, 6-pack, and 6 foot tall, oh, that's when they try to say, oh no, not every woman wants that. It's like, come on. We see enough of this online, which doesn't make any sense, but let's continue.
need a guy who will respect us, love us, and find value in marriage. Doesn't have to be all about money. Doesn't have to be about, rich person. All you need is enough to live, is enough to survive.
Facts, no pincer.
And that's how it was beforehand. That's how it been before this new era, the 2000s. You notice how every female is looking to be rich. They're looking for a rich guy. This is what it is in this culture. They always want to, want the biggest Louis, Gucci, whatever you can think of, to be a designer, to look nice and everything. But it's like a lot of these women, I mean, come on. A lot of you guys don't even qualify for this type of lifestyle. Just be happy with just a regular guy, 9 to 5. But of course, they don't want that.
What is money if you don't have all the respect, the love, the compassion, the contentment, if the guy is just an asshole? So yeah, no, we don't need a rich guy. We just need a guy who treats us like queens. And your broke ass men will be just fine with us.
Which is so true. That's the thing about it. The fact that, they like to throw that stuff out there. This is how relationship lasts. The fact that, they're happy with just being with that person. That's all that matters. And modern women have kind of walked away from this. They don't even look at this. They don't look at relationship the same way. They look at relationship as being transactional, which is almost just like, prostitution in so many words. So that's why whenever I see this, whenever women say that, get that bag, get that money, you can't deal with a guy unless he makes a certain amount of money. Hey, that sounds like prostitution to me.
So yeah, thanks anyway.
And moving on to the next video.
So apparently, passport bros are broke. The reason why they are going to a different countries in the other side of the world is because they can't afford to live in the United States.
Which is far from the truth, as we know. Like I said before, if you could take flights every other month, you're making good money, you have money. But they love to say that we're broke. I do not know why they love saying that we're broke. Maybe because it makes them feel good. I don't know. But anybody could see this stuff. Any blind man can see that these guys that are traveling, such as us, that we're basically have money to make this happen.
Now, is that true? Is that true that they're doing that because they can't afford to live in the United States? Because for me, they can't travel if they don't have any money. How are they broke if they're traveling all over the world to find someone to be with? So, to me, they're not broke. They just want to find the right person for them. Because the people that think they are broke here in the United States don't want them anymore. So, I don't think they're broke. They're just simply looking for the right person for them.
Exactly. And one thing I'm going to throw out there, when you start traveling, it seems like everything outside the United States is a whole lot better and cheaper. And it makes you want to keep doing stuff outside the United States. It makes you want to build an economy outside the United States. Which is kind of interesting, because the more time that I've spent, on the road, being, let's say, for example, Dominican Republic, Mexico, Colombia, whatever you think of, Brazil. The funny thing is that I don't want to contribute anymore in the United States. I want to spend all my money in those other countries, because I know that I'm getting more bang for my buck. I know that the food is actually authentic. It's not GMO. It's not all these other things, that they put in these foods and everything. That's actually the real deal. Same thing with the meat. It's funny because you actually notice the difference in the way that the food tastes, especially fruits, from pineapples, apples, whatever you could think of. All that stuff tastes different than within the United States. So, and even grapes. So that's why it's like, once you start traveling so much and you notice how things are in other countries, it's hard for you to want to do anything here in the States, and you start looking at things like it's very expensive. One great example, I went to San Andreas Island, Colombia, and I did jet skiing. Only cost me roughly about $25 for 30 minutes. Then I went to San Diego a week later, and they were charging $100 for 30 minutes. I'm like, nah, that's crazy. I'd rather catch a flight. I'd rather spend the $400, $500, $600 just so I could go down there and have a good time, and do it as many times as I want, instead of just doing it one time and that's it. So I'm just saying, it's all about the math.
They're not broke, ladies. They don't want to spend another penny on another woman here in the United States that don't appreciate them. Okay? They're not broke.
Nope.
If they are, they wouldn't be in my country looking for somebody to be with and having a good life there. So, yeah, they're just fine. They're doing just fine.
Yes, we are. We're doing just fine. Enjoying ourselves in these other countries, living a good life, living like a king, and don't want to be bothered with the women in the United States, because we know that they just want money and that's it. As you've seen with the other woman who said that they're broke and all she wants is money. Look for the rich guy. So why do we want them? We don't want these type of women. It is what it is. Next video.
Because they're weak simps. They can't get women ever, so they go.
All right, I gotta stop this right here, because this is coming from a man. So we got another beta male. We have a simp right here. You're a simp. that's talking about passport bros or blue book gentlemen or travelers, whatever, calling us weak and so forth. So it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the new name that they call them. I think they call them plantation bros or whatever. So that's what these guys are.
Philippines, mostly ugly, short, fat, and old.
Let me talk about this, how this guy is looking at their physical attributes. You know, like, I don't know, you might be a little fruity there.
But have you seen their wives though? Have you seen their wives? Bro, can't say that words to people. What are you? A child? Yeah, you are a child.
Yourself.
Look at yourself. My God. Fat, ugly, and old.
You're a sucker and a simp.
Yeah, that's what he is. I'm telling you, man. You know what? These dudes, they come out the woodworks hating, and I be seeing this in the chaos groups. Like, I don't know what is up with these dudes. Like, I don't know what they're trying to prove, or maybe they're looking for some points with the women. You know, these women in the States, but a lot of times women don't even want to be bothered with these dudes that are over here trying to looking for brownie points. But you know, whatever, it is what it is. This is what they do. But shouts out to Miss Jazz. Go ahead, check her out on TikTok. Make sure you follow her, you know, support her, because you know she don't need to be doing all of this stuff. And I believe that she has a husband in the States. They actually moved to the States, whatever. So, and I think that there was a question that was asked about her going back. I know that they do plan on going back to the Philippines, but I know that whole situation, same thing with me and my wife. Same way, we're gonna be going back to Colombia real soon. You know, I wish it was soon enough, but you know, but nonetheless, this is your boy, the Solo Traveler ORD. Hey, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this. Did she get it right? Let me know what you guys think about what she had to say about the whole passport bro movement and so forth. Thanks again, and I'm out. Peace.